105.5 Y105. Believe. Smash Mouth with Mr. Morning. 8:17. Wednesday already. Middle of the week. And a partly sunny day coming up today. And a little sticky. About 80 to 85 this afternoon. The clouds, the fog will lift. And we'll get some sunshine in here today. And then partly cloudy. About 63 tonight. 66 right now here in Danbury at Y105 in the morning. And something else you got to believe in tonight. Modern West at the Richfield Playhouse, and of course that features the lead singer by the name of Kevin Costner, who you may happen to remember from movies like Field of Dreams.
I've just created something totally illogical.
That's what I like about it.
If you build it, he will come.
Of course, Kevin Costner, Field of Dreams, best noted for that. We'll talk about some of the other movies he's been involved with, and the group, Modern West, and he joins us on the phone this morning. Kevin, thanks so much for being on the show today.
Well, good morning to you.
Yeah, it's great to have you on the show. I mean, actor, singer, Ridgefield Playhouse tonight with Modern West.
And I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I know a lot of people are going to be down there. I mean, you sell out shows all over the world, though, don't you, with this group?
Well, we've had it's been very surprising. I just went back into music because I wanted to go back into it. I wanted to play live pretty exclusively wherever I found myself making movies or I was at, and it's just kind of really grown over the last 4 years to the point where people have been the shows have been selling out. So that's been really kind of fun for us.
Well, I think the lead singer, having a lead singer who's a pretty big Hollywood actor, doesn't hurt.
Yeah, no, I'm aware.
You know, that
I'm aware of the baggage that follows me around.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt.
But there's a curiosity factor. There's also we're making old friends and new friends, and it's just a kind of a really original experience. We play original songs, all the ones that we've been writing, and so it's if you're looking to have a really good time, I think tonight you might find it.
Yeah, Richfield Playhouse tonight, and it's Kevin Costner. We're talking with him this morning. Star of not only, Modern West, the lead singer, but also star of many movies, The Big Chill, JFK, The Bodyguard, the list goes on and on. Also has 2 films on the American Film Institute's 100 Most Inspiring Movies of All Time, Dances with Wolves at number 59, I believe, and Field of Dreams at number 28. Let's get to, just for a quick second here, let's just segue, because I have to ask you, Field of Dreams, Bull Durham, For the Love of the Game, Upside of Anger. What's the deal with baseball and you in films?
Well, one, I'm able to play the game a little bit, and two, those movies that you talk about all really distinguish themselves and separate themselves from each other. I wouldn't make a movie just because it's baseball. Otherwise, you might as well just make a documentary. I just felt those movies were all so different, and yet they're grouped together. So I mean, guys who make the 5th or 6th installment of the same movie, do you ever say to them, "Hey, what's the deal?"
Right.
With the 5th Rocky or the 8th?
Yeah.
It for me. It was they all really distinguished themselves.
Yeah. So it's not like a Field of Dreams 2, but it's like For the Love of the Game or The Upside of Anger.
Yeah, and there is nothing wrong with the sequel thing. It's just these movies I never thought of. In fact, I made Bull Durham and Field of Dreams back to back, which seemed a little bit to fly in the face of conventional wisdom.
Mm-hmm. Now you've also been chosen by People magazine back in the 90s, early part of the 90s, as one of the 50 most beautiful people. And I have to ask you, what is it like? Because I'll never get this. What is it like to be a sex symbol?
Well, I just got to go back to the 90s when I was one, I guess. It's a function of the movies. Believe me, you take a look at that list today, and if some of those people weren't famous, and you put them in a big room with a bunch of people, they might come in 5th or 6th. Right. I
guess it's just being...
it's just being famous.
Being
That's
on
really
the screen,
the deal.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. No. And now, quickly again, and I'm going to get back to Modern West tonight, Richfield Playhouse. We're talking with actor Kevin Costner. You turned down a leading role in War Games, which Matthew Broderick picked up in the early part of your career, and then you went on to play Alex in The Big Chill later on, a little bit later. But now, what would you consider, like, say, aside from Waterworld, let's leave that out. So what would you consider the biggest mistake of your career?
Waterworld is like a really beloved movie around the world.
Now it is.
It really is. I mean, it's like you guys all keep drinking the Kool-Aid, and that thing went on to make $400 or $500 million.
I know that. I mean,
so I don't know why you guys do that. But in terms of War Games, it was a small part. It was not a big part. It wasn't Matthews. It was a small part, and the director bowed out. Marty Brest, who was going to make that movie. Another director came on, and at that point, I went to him. I said, "Look, you didn't really cast me, and I have a chance to be in this movie, The Big Chill. I think I'd like to do that." And he was very gracious about it, John Badham, and I skipped over there right into obscurity, where they cut me right out of The Big Chill.
But let's get back quickly to Modern West here. You're going to be tonight at the Ridgefield Playhouse. It should be a great time. Now, how did that all get started, though, with you and singing? And you said earlier that you like to do it, and it's just kind of an extension of the Hollywood thing.
I was trained classically on the piano, and I did musicals before the Hollywood thing happened. And two of the guys that are actually in the band, if you come down tonight, and I really hope you do, were in the first band I was ever in, called Roving Boy. And so for about 5 years ago, my wife was the one that really pushed me to do this. She said, "Look, you're the happiest when you're doing it. For people who think they know you and don't, they probably will get their best look at you when you're actually playing live and get maybe a better feel for who you really are, other than the movies."
Right. Well, he's actor Kevin Costner, and if you play it, Kevin, they will come.
Well, I'm hoping. Are you going to make it down by chance?
Yeah, I'm going to try to get there as best I can. With all the kids' schedules and stuff, I'm going to try to work it out, and I'd love to see the show. And it's Modern West, Ridgefield Playhouse. It's happening tonight. Don't miss it. Don't miss Kevin Costner. Live in person at the Ridgefield Playhouse. And Kevin, thank you so much for spending some time with us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Bill.
All right?
Take care.
And hopefully we'll talk to you real soon.
Bye-bye.
All right, actor Kevin Costner with us live this morning here at Y105.
You're not